Okay, okay. We are catching up. We are catching up from the 20th. This is the Double RT Boxing Show. You hear the siren for you subscribers and ones who's already checked in. You know what that's his call is for. For you new ones who's wondering what that siren is, that means you're a boxing junkie and you have found your home. This is the Double RT Boxing Show, the boxing rehab known as the Ready Talk Boxing Show. So, if you now walked into the building, you're like, oh, this is where boxing junkies are. You can check in, sign in, subscribe, or walk around the facility, check out a few episodes, and then if you like where you want to be, you can subscribe then. Now, as far as Andy Ruiz making his PBC debut, oh man, it was tough, man. Andy Ruiz was in the ring with a big ass punching bag. Alexander Dimintrenko didn't try to fight back, got beat up. Andy Ruiz looked pretty decent, considering it's hard to judge him on that performance since he had a fighter who didn't fight back. So for what Ruiz did, yeah, his hand speed looked good, his punch selection looked good, his body game looked good, footwork looks good. He looked he's always gonna have that shape, but he looked smaller. Like I said, I'm a very doubtful of Andy Ruiz. And what I doubt is his mental game. Because after every fight, it's always heard him in a post-fight conference saying, oh, I didn't have this right, I didn't have that, I could do this. It was always something in a training camp, something in this, something in that. It's like I always heard something about him. Like it was never right. Like it's stop making excuses and fuck it, move on to the next one. And not yesterday, that fight was kind of the first time I didn't hear him say anything negative about his training camps. Okay, that's a good sign. That's a good sign. At least he's saying it was all good. He's feeling good. Not like, oh, my training camp was so. I didn't really feel right. I couldn't work. I could learn. I could be better. I didn't hear nothing like that. He was actually calling out Nowitzki. So that to me would be a great fight. That's a great fight. Volume puncher versus volume puncher. And it seems to be Ruiz is a little more of a power puncher with his volume. And Nowalski is more of just a volume. It has pop on it, but I think Ruiz has more of a sting to his. Now, Ruiz, considering he is a PBC guy, he is nowhere in the WBC for Deontay Wilder, but he is number 15 by the WBA. I mean, he's number 11 by the WBA, number 15 by the IBF. So he definitely could make some noise in the heavyweight division. Now he's going to have to be... He has a lot of good fights considering he's at the bottom of the rankings. He could have a lot of good fights if he wants to, because realistically he ain't in no damn title hunt no time soon, unless Wilder gives him a voluntary. But like I said, he's not even in the WBC 15. We'll check that out by next month, see if he somehow cracks into that division or that organization. Will a victory over Dimintrenko put him in the top 15? Let's go over the top 15 before we end this, because I said the fight itself. They said 21 punches landed by Dimintrenko. 21 punches, 20 headshots, 1 body shot. Nothing to really talk. Like I said, he was a walk-in punching bag, and Ruiz did what he had to do for his debut. Now, like I said, the top 15 for the WBC. Like I said, the only reason we're talking WBC, even though he's not ranking, is called the Deontay Wilder and the PBC. Sergey Kuzmin, Carlos Takam, Tony Yoka, Charles Martin. PBC like to fight Charles Martin. That's like their step-up boy. Derek Chisora, Oscar Rivas. Him and Dylan White should be a good fight. Agate Cabal, Kubrat Pulev, Alexander Povetkin, Joseph Parker, Adam Nowalki, Brazil, Ortiz. If you look at it, the WBC rankings, not many of them are under the PBC bracket, the umbrella, whatever you want to say. Now, they could maybe get him from overseas, you know, a fight contract or one fight contract. You figure Joseph Parker, you know, he does deals with Matthew, but who knows? He might. Pulev, no. Cabahal, maybe. Rivas, you don't know what Rivas is doing. You know, is he with Top Rank? Is he now he's gonna go fight a Matchroom? So he seems to be he's still solid with Ivan Mitchell. You got Chisora, Martin, Yoka, Takum, Kuzmin. So maybe Ruiz, they just need a fighter for Deontay Wilder. You know, maybe just preparing for the future. Like I say, hey, Big Baby Miller popped dirty. Now we, PBC, have ourselves a big, heavyweight, massive body who throws a lot of punches. We have two of them now. You know, maybe that's a popular thing. They got two of them now. This is the Double RT Boxing Show. I'm your host, Mr.A. If you're a new viewer, like I said, walk around the facilities, check out some other videos. Then you can subscribe if you like what you see. For those who's already subscribed, hit that thumbs up, support yourself, and we'll see what Andy Ruiz looks like on his next showing.